Hey, you guys. Let's go ahead and get some messages from our spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Holy crap. Okay, we got message in a bottle. That one wanted to show up. Bottom of the deck is truth be told. So there is a message obviously coming in. Now, is it a message from your dream space? Because for some of you, it could be a message in the dream space. So be mindful. For others of you, this is a text message, a phone call, an email. I don't know what this message is all about, but let's get into that. What is this message for the collective? What is the message? Okay, imagine. So yeah, it could be a spirit message, but it can come through other people. Okay, you could be standing in line at the grocery store and all of a sudden somebody behind you says something that actually answers a question that you were asking about earlier and you couldn't get the answer to. Okay, so be really mindful of that because the universe will actually bring people in just randomly to give you the answer to something that you have wanted to know about, okay? That's what I'm getting here. And again, we have that moon there, so it could very well end up in the dream space or just something you don't see coming, okay? What else do we have for this message in a bottle, spirit? Whoa, okay. We have, okay, orphaned and community. All right, so higher power. All right, so yeah. Let me look at this. Let me move these cards out of the way so I can set this up so I can see it. Okay, so what do we have here? There might be something you're letting go of, okay? Or maybe for some of you, you thought that something wasn't going to work out. Maybe you were waiting on somebody to call you and tell you you got the job. And you're thinking, man, nothing is going to work out for me. Like, that's where the orphaned comes in. But it's, you know, with this community card, it's telling me that you're wrong. Plain and simple, you're wrong. So for some of you, you're going to be getting some type of a message when it comes to a job or something like that. What's the orphaned card? Poised. Yeah, you're going to be really excited. Something that's felt like it was taking a long time to come through. Maybe for some of you, you're like, man, you know, I'm not getting the recognition that I deserve. And then all of a sudden, like, you start getting that recognition, okay? It could be like an online community as well. Let's go ahead and get some Moonology cards on this. All right, Spirit, what do we have for the collective on this message in a bottle? Yeah, you're very close to achieving a goal. So whatever is going on, no matter what, there is a higher power that is matching your energy. So don't worry about this. Like, you're very close to achieving whatever goal, even if you think it's dead and gone and nobody's listening and you know, it's not getting itself out there. So underneath the imagine, it's saying, take time to breathe out. Just take time to breathe. You're almost there. You're going to get the message that you're almost there. Okay. What else do we have here, Spirit, for the orphaned? Why orphaned? The answers that you need are coming. And that's right here. Look, two different decks. I don't know if I can pull this up. Two different decks. Okay. As you can see, two different decks. Message in a bottle, and the answers that you need are coming. So you haven't been forgotten, all right? That's what we're saying. Like, you haven't been forgotten. It's just the stars have to align in order for you to get that key, in order for you to move forward. What's this community? Oh, what do you need to release? Okay, so what do you need to release? Bottom of the deck, confidence is your key to success. So, you know, don't let the ego fool you. And it will sometimes, you know, because the ego wants to protect you. Oh, you know, I'm not going to get it because whatever, you know, don't do that to yourself because confidence is everything. And that shows up right over the higher power. Like if you're working in a place of fear or, you know, like it's not going to work for you, you know, because you're going to end up blocking yourself from this coming in. And look at that. It's time to release negativity. And we're asking, what do you need to release? Maybe you need to release the way that you're talking to yourself. Okay. I want to pull some of these cards. So there is a message that's coming in. There also might be somebody that you haven't spoken to in a really long time that's going to be coming back in to talk to you. Maybe it's somebody that you used to hang out with. Okay. Maybe for some of you, you also need to, like, you're going to get the answers that you need about a group that you're hanging out with, and you decide, you know what, I don't even want to be a part of any of this. You know, in a group that you're, working with, it could be at your job, it could be a volunteer position, it could just be, I mean, we're all volunteers here, even when you're at your job. At any point in time, you can choose to volunteer elsewhere, okay? And so for some of you, you might even get that news. But I think for some of you, you were discouraged. You've been discouraged about, something that you've been waiting for, and you're thinking it's never going to happen, and then boom, it happens. But you just have to stay in the energy of it. You're not out there chasing your dreams. You're just getting into alignment with whatever those dreams are. If that dream is to be in a relationship, then you got to get yourself out into your community. Not every single one of you has the UPS guy as your soulmate. Okay? Like, you got to actually go out into the community and do something and enjoy yourself doing the things that you love. Trying out a new grocery store, trying out a new class maybe that you want to take just for fun. It's not a class that, I got to take this for my job. It's like a pottery class or a sewing class or a painting or yoga or whatever it is for you. Get yourself out there. Okay, get out into the community. And for some of you, you're like, I don't want to be around people. Well, how the fuck do you think you're going to be able to meet somebody unless you put yourself out there? I mean, when you work, you got to work with other people. When you go to the grocery store, you got to deal with other people. For some of you, you're just a bunch of fucking Amazon shoppers not wanting to leave the house. But this is your cue to get out there, to do something, because this is really amazing alignments. Even though it looks like the world's going to hell in a handbasket, it's really not. Like, there is a lot of amazing opportunities for you that are showing up, and it's going to be up to you to go after them. Okay? Say yes. Say yes and get excited. So some of you guys need to release your ideas of, this happens for the other people. No, that's bullshit. Okay, what do we have to say about this? Okay, we've got the 8 of Autumn. So yes, this is telling me 8 of Pentacles. For some of you, this is about a new job. You're very close to achieving a goal when it comes to work, okay? So it says do more research before proceeding. So I did say going back to school, okay, or taking a class. It says education in the form of seminars, going back to school, or apprenticeships. Excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. And doesn't it look like that she's sewing, And didn't I say a sewing class? So, get out there and put yourself out there. Take a class. Listen, when you stop learning, you stop living. If you are not learning something new every single day, you have now stopped living. What was the fucking point of being here on this earth? It was to learn all the things that we can possibly learn. But some of you guys think that you're the smartest person in the fucking room. Okay? Oh, I already know about that. Do you? Do you? And again, you never know who it's going to bring in. So for some of you, maybe you're going to an orientation, okay? Maybe you're going to an orientation. What do we got? 6 of Summer. So this is something from the past. It says children or childhood, the return of people or romances from the past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. But again, that goes back to like every job I ever work is going to be the same, or, every class I take is just going to be full of idiots, or, like, what are you doing? You're cutting your nose off to spite your face. Stop it. Okay. What else do we have here for the orphaned? And the answers that you need are coming. What do we have for that? All right. What do we have for the orphaned? And the answers that you need are coming. What are the answers? All right. We got 4 of Autumn. So managing your resources wisely, achieving a balance in how you spend and save money, helping those who are less fortunate. For some of you, you've been holding on to your pennies. You've been, you've been too afraid to spend because of whatever, and it's an idea of like, you feel like the universe has turned its back on you and that you're never going to end up, doing anything different, or, you haven't been, gotten that message for that job that you applied for. Well, it's coming. It's coming. There's 2 cards that are telling me it's coming. Just get out of the negative vibration and stay in the vibration of what it was when you were filling out that application or that resume, or, or applying for whatever it is that you're applying for, that school or that class or whatever it is, okay? Maybe it's something you've always wanted to do. Since you were a little kid, you've always wanted to do this. For some of you, this is about working with the elderly, okay? Maybe you're younger, you're going to be working with the elderly. What do we got here? Community and what do you need to release? Community and what do you need to release, Spirit? What is the message on that? Okay, we got the 5 of Autumn. Reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues. And here's you being the miser with the 4 of Pentacles. So you got the 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. You're always in that mindset of, I don't have enough. You're out there chasing and not attracting. Okay, bottom of the deck, that's really funny. I saw this card earlier when I brought the deck out to do these readings, or this reading. And she actually was the card that flew out as I started shuffling the deck. The Queen of Spring. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is a go-getter. Like, she doesn't wait for shit to happen. She goes after things. She's not sitting in this place of fear. It's like, unlike the Queen of Pentacles who can take 2 pennies and rub them together and make 100, right? This Queen of Wands takes action. Whether king or queen does not matter. She takes action, and she is confident. This is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. That doesn't mean that you are. It's just saying that maybe that's the energy that you need to take on in order for everything to work out, because we've got this higher power here, and the higher power is saying, okay, like, you need to stay confident. You need to get excited. Listen, we know what's going on here. We know you're feeling this lack mentality. My biggest thing is, don't draw attention to your weaknesses. When we have the 5 of Pentacles, you are, oh, I don't have the money for that, or oh, I can't afford that, or you know what I'm saying? And the truth is, yeah, you fucking can. You just gotta manifest it. You gotta be in alignment with it. But if you're always in the mindset of, I don't have enough, I can't afford that, and you're always saying that, like, I have plenty of people who are like, wow, Peace, I really want to get a reading with you, but I can't afford it. And I'm like, oh yeah? I've watched you drink Starbucks on a daily fucking basis. You have a nice purse that is expensive as fuck. You wear really nice clothing that you spend like $100 on a pair of fucking jeans. Yet you can't invest in a reading, which is actually going to be an investment that's going to help you long term. But you know what? Those material items that you're doing on a daily basis, yeah, that's not bleeding you dry by paying for Hulu and Angel and CNN and, all these different fucking Netflix and, and you're bleeding money out those ways when you can only watch one show at a fucking time, but you can't afford to invest in yourself. Priorities. I mean, it really comes down to our priorities. So the universe is saying, like, what is it that you need to release? Where is it that you're bleeding out money that maybe you shouldn't be? Delete all of those fucking channels. That's going to save you money. Make coffee at home. That's going to save you money. I mean, Starbucks is sheer poison anyway. So why do you continue to poison yourself on a daily basis, yet you can't invest in yourself? So the universe is going to create all of these issues to get you, to kind of humble you. It's going to humble you. And I think right now, financially, you're being humbled, okay? So that when you do come into some money, you actually invest wisely instead of investing in just stupid shit and garbage. Maybe you invest in your education. You invest in, self-care. And that doesn't mean going out and getting your fucking fingernails done and throwing on eyelashes that make you look like a fucking caterpillar. You know what I mean? Like, this is like serious self-care. So I think for a lot of you, you need to release the mindset and release the way that you talk about money. All money is an exchange of energy. I give you my time. I teach you everything that I fucking know, and you return the favor the energetic favor by money or time or resources or services, bartering even, right? It's just energy. But what happens is we treat money like it's this, like who the fuck put a value on a piece of fucking paper and said, okay, this is worth fucking everything? Well, the government did, because now they can tax it. Right? So again, really be mindful, because I feel like for some of you, you are being humbled, so that when you do come into these new career opportunities, you actually spend wisely and you invest in yourself. Make sure that you're investing in yourself. So I do see where a lot of you, like I said, you feel like, because there's a such thing as financial abandonment. People don't realize that. Like when you get fired from a job, you're not just getting fired from a job. Like you are going to have to figure out how you're going to pay your bills. This Queen of Wands, she ain't going to just sit around and, oh, poor me, woe is me. She's just going to get her ass out there and she's going to start her own fucking company. And so for some of you, you're sitting in a position right now that you abso-fucking-lutely hate, that's not only just depleting you financially, but it's also depleting you energetically. Like, when you're not in a place that's conducive to peace and harmony while you're making money, all you're doing is making yourself sick. So by the end, you're going to have disease, you're going to have viruses, you're going to be ill, you're going to have to go to the doctor, you're going to, you know what I mean? Like, because you're stressed out where you are, you're just not willing to do anything different. What are you fucking doing? Like, tap into this Queen of Wands energy, Queen of Spring here in this card. And this talks about brilliant, loyal, talented, and friendly. You are talented already. You have all the tools necessary within you to make anything fucking happen. And it's going to cost you a little bit of money. Maybe you have to invest in yourself. However that is. I actually really like this reading for you guys, but, like I said, the Queen of Wands, she knows that there is a higher power that is guiding her right now, her or him, okay? And all you have to do is be like this lion, not a fucking coward. Stop being a fucking coward. Oh, well, I got to have somebody else pay my bills because, then I know how much. No, go invest in your fucking self. Stop fucking building other people's empires. Build your own. You already have all the tools necessary to build your own empire. And for those of you who are like, I'm smarter than my boss and then start your own. Start your own. If you are so much smarter than where you are, then go start your own fucking thing so that you're not coming home bitching about where you are and how much you hate your boss and how smart you are and blah, blah, blah. Do your own fucking thing then. It might cost you a little bit, but when you love what you do, the money will come. You will always be taken care of. Keep that in mind. I'm going to leave that there, you guys. Subject to interpretation. I love you guys all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, thefootstepstopeace.com. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know how this reading is resonating with you. I love you guys all so very much, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.